Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Yes, it's that time again. Here's Peter. Sunday. Man, oh man, does the week fly by. Today was a lazy day for me. Really lazy day for me. There you go. I see it. Now I like it. I can... I can only tell you one thing. In a few minutes, we're getting ready to go back to basics. When all else fails, I can always count on the South. The women of the South. And that's where we're going tonight, baby. That's right. But first things first. Where's my little list? Let me check. I think I'm having technical difficulties with our main page, and this was just freaking me out a few minutes ago. It's hard to check the feed unless you're live. And I don't think we're feeding to the main Peter G Show page. And this really pisses me off because I don't know what's going wrong. It shouldn't be. So that means that if I end up doing this show tonight, I'll have to push it over after, and it's not live. And that kind of sucks. But software, computers, it's, yeah, there you go. I dig it. All right, so anyway, how's everybody doing? Sunday, September 22nd. Summer is over, folks. Summer is over. Just suck it up. Now we're going to be bitching about the cold here soon. And don't expect me to be reading a bunch of stuff on the screens because it's a little bit too difficult right now. I'll have to catch up with you guys later. Can't see. Too much happening, especially now that I got a page down. This really pisses me off. Anyway, life goes on. That's all about life. First things first. Second things first. Where is my list? Watch party tonight. I was just discussing with my sponsor, Bolt Energy, which we'll talk about in a minute, on what a difference starting a watch party makes. So many people, by sharing, hitting the share button, and then hitting start a watch party, and then hitting share the watch party, and it goes out to your people, and then your people have the same opportunity, and it's just this domino effect that has really been doing quite well. There's things going on that you just can't see. Like it's like this underneath infrastructure, below ground, that's just building this giant ant colony. But that's what it's doing. And we're growing, and I love it. And even though, sometimes, right now, tonight's guest, I've been talking to her, getting her ready, and I just, a couple of last-minute things. I always have to check in, and it's like, all of a sudden, silence. So I go into oh shit mode. But all things work out tonight. We are going to have us a Southern Fried Sunday because I'm going to be having Karen from Mobile, Alabama, come on tonight and talk about what's going on in her life. And apparently there's a bunch of stuff going on in her life, at least from what I observed. And I want to check it out. Yeah, I'm not feeding to the main page. Why? This shit pisses me off. It really does. I don't mind, but it's like I want to make sure. I have a lot of people on that main page, and they're just going like, what did he stop? He doesn't have a show anymore? It's like, no. But technology is a bitch. And I don't know what to do about it. We just reloaded everything. Anyway, we keep on going. We got the couple of other pages going, and then the watch parties. And a lot of people that are on my main page are on a couple other pages as well, and I hope that they catch on. But it really sucks, and then we're going to have to dig into this because it bothers me. I don't get up here just to do this for nothing because I love what I do, and I want everybody who's willing to watch get what they can out of it. Even me. I want to get what I can out of it. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Oh, God. Okay, great. Wrong page. I got 18 pieces of paper in front of me. Nobody writes nothing out for me. I have to do it all on my own. Last week, I don't know if anybody was I was entertained. I certainly was. We had wrong number Sherman call on the phone. I had a flake call last week. You know, somebody was supposed to be on the show. 4 hours before the show, she says she can't make it. I reached out to her this week, too. Never heard nothing back. So I'll give her another reach out before I start officially calling Flake. But I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt. I really do. I want to hope. I got a lot of faith in people. But while you're watching this show, I'm telling you, hit the share button, hit the watch party, start the watch party, and share it. Just for little old me, I appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well. Now that the summer's over, we're going to start looking into fall. Everybody's like bitching, yeah, I want it to cool down some, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, another thing, because I kept getting a lot of comments on this. A lot of times I'm talking, and then all of a sudden I stop, and I'm going, hey, or hey, girl, and they go, what the hell are you doing? It's like, well, I'm reading a couple of different screens. So people come on, and sometimes I acknowledge them. You know what I mean? I know you don't see it, or maybe you do see it, but if you're on a different page, you don't see that they're coming on these different pages. So if I'm saying something, and right in the middle of a conversation I stop and go, hey, it's because I'm saying hello to somebody. I apologize. I just can't help it. This is what live is. You know, this is kind of weird, what I'm doing. This is, it's not of the norm. I mean, you show me somebody else who's kind of operating in this fashion, and I'll shake their hand. Anyway, Sunday, right here, live, Life with Peter G show number 37 of the year. And we're here in a undisclosed location in Burbank, California. And I'm digging it. It's dark out. Nighttime. It's late on the East Coast. Not as late here on the Pacific Coast. Central Coast, still late enough for some of those who have to go to bed and go to work in the morning. Thank God for those Peter G Show rebroadcasts during the week. You can watch those shows, and you can hit the share button, and you can start the watch parties anytime you want. All this stuff's on demand. Speaking of on demand, besides everything is on YouTube as well. It all goes up there a day or two later. So there's a gazillion shows on YouTube stored up there. It's like a big cupboard. But, you remember I was telling you how proud I was that we finally got the iTunes going and things were going on and all that, and now I'm going to start uploading all these live shows up there because I haven't done it since the beginning of the year because we've had some issues. Well, we got issues still, and it sucks. I having an in-depth conversation with my producer, Ty, and he is pulling his hair out because he can't understand why we're having these issues, but even though everything looks like it's going good, the minute you go to upload it, it doesn't upload. And it's not rocket science, but he's like wanting to start over again. I'm going, there's no friggin' way. We're not wiping out years of stuff and reloading it. You know, there's got to be a way. This is not friggin' rocket science. I want the podcast to come out. I really do. I think the podcasts are going to be very beneficial. I shame on me for not doing it since the beginning of the year, but I was busy. There was a lot going on in my life. Everything we do takes time. And time is a valuable commodity. So I just said, you know what, let's get the show rolling. Let's see how things are going, and then we'll take it from there. And then one week led after another, and I just kept putting it off to the side. And it was like, tomorrow. And lo and behold, I procrastinated. Now I'm past, we're almost 3/4 of the way into the year, and I don't have these podcasts up. And that sucks because shame on me, because I know there's a whole lot of you that like to listen to stuff when you can't watch. I mean, this ain't a whole lot to look at right here, folks, and I clearly admit that. But I do like visual. I don't know. Maybe I'm a guy, or it's my DNA. I'm a visual. You got kinetic and all that kind of stuff. But I like visual. But I do understand that when I'm in the car, sometimes I want to listen to something, and you close the window on your phone and the YouTube goes off. I know you can listen to it on Facebook and you can listen to it on YouTube, but you have to leave your screen open. And the good thing about podcasts is when you're doing podcasts, you can close the screen and it's still listening to your show. And that's what I want it to do, and I apologize. I'm working on it. I am. And we'll catch up, but it's like I just think I've pissed away a good portion of the year doing some stuff that should have been there for you. And stick with me, though. I'm rolling. I will not back down, ever. That's me. Okay, most importantly tonight, you know what's coming. Tonight's show is brought to you by Bolt Energy. Love my Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. Bolt Energy has no preservatives. Why Bolt Energy? Everybody asks for the 14th millionth time. Well, glad you asked. You know, it's enriched with vitamins and antioxidants. It's not a big giant can. It tastes good, people. I love the way it tastes. Okay, because some of these, some of them just taste like just dog shit. They just do. And this thing, they're workout fanatics, my people at Bolt Energy, and they said, listen, if I said, why are you doing an energy drink when we were talking several years ago? And it's like, because I want to make a cleaner energy drink, something a little bit healthier, and but yet something that just, you know, when you need that extra lift and that get up and go, here it is. So Bolt Energy, folks, ask for it in stores. If you don't see it, you can also go to www.drinkboltenergy, and they will talk to you. They talk to everybody, and they will get it to you or figure out how to get it to you. And that's it. Let's see. What are you saying, Brenda? Hi, Brenda. Why does it say address invalid? Whose address is invalid? Look at that. I can actually read this now because everything's kind of slow. Address invalid. My address is invalid. I am definitely addressable. I'd rather wear a suit, though. Anyway, Bolt Energy. I'm going to pop the can open like I always do. Love that you guys are watching, but please start a watch party. I love the watch parties. I'm going to prove a point. Like someday they're going to talk about like how, you know, you did it, how I did it, because I just chose this asinine way to do it, and I just believe in it. I believe in Facebook. I believe in Facebook's people, because everybody's got a story. All right, here we go. Bolt Energy. I'm going to take another one. Sorry. Yeah. Tonight's going to be interesting. Tonight should be interesting. I'm going to have Karen from Mobile, Alabama on in a few minutes. And, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to start a watch party myself. Shame on me. Bear with me. While I'm doing the watch party stuff, I want you to do the watch party stuff. How's that? I'm going to check one more time and see if we're feeding to the main page, because this really sucks. I just want you guys to know that I do not like putting all this, and it's not doing it. I apologize. I'm apologizing. Can't figure it out. This is the only problem with the Facebook platforms is, you know, there's no way of testing this stuff until you're on the air, and I just don't want to be on the air. Oh, there I am on the other page, and I'm going to like it, and I'm going to share, because I want to start a watch party. Share now. But, how do you share? Okay. So, yeah, and to get to the watch party, you have to click on the page and, like, open up the page. Don't just hit the share button first. You open up the page that you're watching to where it just goes to nothing but the Peter G. Show page, and then you hit the share button, and then it's going to say, oh, no, it doesn't. Come on, Peter. And you just say, hey, so let's start a watch party. The watch party's already going. Holy moly. I like it. All right. So tonight we're going to talk to, I found a girl, and, you know, I watch the Facebook stuff. I watch it a lot, actually. And when I see something going awry, I just start paying attention. You know, there's a lot of people on my show pages, and a lot of you people speak your mind, you know, whether life is going good or life is going bad. And I happen to catch there's a little girl down in Mobile, Alabama that caught my attention, and I just felt it my need for her to come on this show, and let's find out what's going on with her. So what I'm doing is I contacted her, and I said, hey, you know what? I see you're going through a lot of stuff, and I think you need to come on my show. And this is what kills me. And she goes, well, what's your show? And it's like, you're on my show page. And you don't, and I mean, I'm going to say maybe she just, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, I'll cut her some slack. But it's like, you're on my show page. I didn't come to you. You came to me. And you're asking me, what's my show? Lo and behold, later, she comes on. She goes, you know what? I think I really like to be on your show. You know, sometimes you just got to let it out. And I think that when people talk about stuff, that it does them a whole lot of good. And especially when they get to go back and listen to themselves. And I think a lot of times it helps out tremendously. You get to hear yourself after the fact. And it's hot in here. Can you turn that down? Thank you. Just a bit. It's all this excitement. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So then right before the show, I said, hey, I'm going to call you instead of you calling me and being on hold for a half hour. and that way I'll make it easier on you. And so I said, I'm going to text you from your phone. I said, I just want you to confirm the text. Nothing. So I'm gonna hit the phone number now, and let's cross our fingers and hope that stuff is going on. Okay, so let's do it. We're gonna call Karen from Mobile, Alabama. Hey, what did I just do? Karen from Mobile, Alabama. Doesn't get any better than that, boys. Southern Fried Sundays getting ready to start. I think we'll find out. One ringy dingy. Oh boy. Two ringy dingies. Why isn't she answering? And we're not getting an answer. That's just great.
Please leave your message for...
Oh boy. Okay, see what I mean? This is where I'm going to have the shit fit, and we're going to say, what is going on? I was just getting ready to crank up. We were going to crank up some... we were getting ready to crank up some... Well, I don't even want to tell you. I want to save it for a surprise. But this is what happened. I said, girl, where are you? And now I'm going to have to do it the other way. We'll do it... Man, oh man. And where is she? We'll try her again. Let's try that one more time. Because, she said she's sitting there waiting on me. And please stand by. We'll try it again. Mm-hmm. And I will try her through. Come on, girl. And if we don't do it this way, I will do her through Messenger, like they find me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh,
Please leave your message for...
All right. Now, you're really... This is... In the meantime, since we're going to be doing Southern Fried Sunday, or maybe we won't, nothing more appropriate than a little Southern Fried Sunday music. Let me find a different alternative way of... Tell me I have Messenger on this. Gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable. I might have to go a different route. Unfreaking believable. This is why I have to have people. I'm going to try it this way. We'll try it this way. Hello?
Hello?
Karen?
Yes?
Hey, baby. It's Peter G. How are you?
Hi. Did you get the 251-391-7131?
No, wait. No, hey, this. I have... I text you. Did you not get my text?
Uh-uh.
Well, then we got a problem here. I'll tell you what. Why don't you text me? Okay? And then that way,
okay.
I want you to text me at that number on the screen. Are you watching me, or do you need me to give you the number?
Just send me the number.
I can't send it to you. I'll tell it to you.
Okay. Give me the number.
Okay. 818.
818.
259.
259.
7983. That's the show number.
7983.
Yeah. You text it to me, and then I'll call you. How's that?
Okay, sounds great.
Thanks, baby.
818 what?
259
259
7983.
7983.
That's it.
All right, thank you.
All right, talk to you in a minute. Bye. All right, so I did it. Obviously, we have a. You know what? And I went for this number 4 times, and I confirmed with her 4 times. Now, either I have dyslexia, or we just can't get it together. But then I went through Messenger, and there she is waiting on me. Okay, so at least I know that she's. Oh boy, so I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen here, and because oh boy, he's going to have to wait. James, I'm getting ready to get into the middle of a call. You're going to have to wait. No, I know why he's calling too, because James from Culver City's on my main page, and he's probably not seeing the show, and he's having a shit fit. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. And I don't blame him. I'm having a shit fit too. And I'm going to send him a... Man, oh man, why isn't she texting me? It's really not that hard. All right. You know what? Please listen to some banjo music while we... What? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's a completely different number. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. That'd be great if it was the number she gave me. All right, let's do this again. Holy moly.
Hello?
Okay, now, that is not the number you gave me, baby.
No, it's not. It's a different number, just in case. I guess there was something wrong with the other number.
There obviously is, because I've been texting you from hours ago and didn't hear.
That's crazy.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, but we're here, and that's all that matters.
Right?
So, Karen from Mobile, Alabama.
Well, originally I'm from Sweden, but I've been in the States, since I was 8 years old. So
really? Shingling.
From here.
Okay. You don't have a Swedish accent.
Right?
Yeah.
I lost that a long time ago.
I like the Swedes. I got to spend a little bit of time around there in my days. All right, but the thing is, I found you lurking about on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And I just heard a lot of, from... I don't know how to explain it. I watched you go from, hot to cold, saying a bunch of stuff. And I'm going, wow, there's something going on with this girl. And then the more I kept watching you, there's something going on with this girl. And then I just kept saying, I'll just keep on watching for a little while longer. But then I just could not help myself. I said, this looks like another episode of Southern Fried Sunday right here on the Peter G. Show. And
okay.
And so there, I'm going to ask you because we're going to kind of start. How old are you?
I'm 50.
You're 50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's life? The truth.
I'm sorry, what?
How is life?
How is life?
Life, yeah.
Life is now, it's beautiful.
Okay.
I'm suffering and it's beautiful.
Okay. So apparently you had some issues in the past. Is that what's going on?
I have had issues in the past, and I have a 27-year-old daughter who's having issues now.
Okay. Because, there's no shame in this. The whole reason I have you on is to explain this kind of stuff because at least, number one,
right.
You're seeing clarity. But I do want to hear about some of the crazy shit because everybody needs to understand that it's not just them because believe me, there's a whole bunch of Karens out there or Johns out there that I guarantee have been going through whatever, and I don't even know what you're going through, but I have a pretty good idea. Because life is kind of generalized. Crazy is crazy. Out of control is out of control. Some people win, some people lose. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. It is not easy. So can we roll it back? Where did it all start? And what's your problem? Let's go from there. Alcohol, drugs, or both, or just life, or manic depression?
I left home when I was 16, 17 years old, and I wandered down to Miami.
Yeah.
Where I discovered crack. Now, before that, I had just smoked a little bit of weed. That was
Yeah.
it. And, but my philosophy on life was, I want to try everything at least once, twice if I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I had never heard of crack. This was back in 1986-ish, I didn't know what it was. I took one hit of the crack pipe, and I fought that demon for 30-something years.
Right.
I'd be strung out, so I'd change locations in the country. I'd moved to get away from my addiction, but it doesn't really work
Yeah,
that way.
you find new friends out here, right?
Yes. And, I'd get clean for a while, and then I'd relapse, and I'd be relapsed for years, and I'd get clean for a while and relapse. And, it wasn't really until the past year that I'd really gotten it completely together.
Hmm.
I fooled around I've tried meth. Thank God I didn't like it,
It's the same thing, isn't
it? It's not the same thing. Crack gives you more of a euphoric feel, and it's pretty instantaneous. It goes away pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Then you want
And,
more.
One is too many, and a million's not enough.
Yeah. Boy.
Whereas methamphetamine, it doesn't give you the euphoria. You're just kind of up.
Yeah.
It didn't give me euphoria anyway.
Wow.
And I'm watching everyone around me down here in Mobile strung out on the shit. It's awful.
It's a lot more than you think. I mean, it's all over. There's a lot of that shit going on.
It's ridiculous.
So you were basically your problem was drugs, not alcohol, or both.
Well, I was a dancer for 20 years, so I drank. It was my job to drink. It was my job to party. The more alcohol I sold and drank, the more money I made.
So, where were you a dancer, in Miami or in Mobile?
What now?
Where were you a dancer, in Miami or Mobile?
All over the country. All over the country.
Wow.
From Miami to Canada, from New York to California. All over.
Wow. And when did you retire?
Let's see. I was 32 when I decided to stop dancing.
Okay. And then what did you decide to do after you were dancing from what age?
From 16 to 32.
Okay. Wow, you started early.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the old
started on Bourbon Street.
I know, the old runaway thing.
Yeah.
Out of control. Fending for yourself, pretty much, right?
Oh, yeah. My thing was, though, I was not a thief. I screwed myself over many times, but I was never out to get anybody else,
Right, but
kind of a junkie with a heart.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of great girls that are dancers. A lot of them are screwed up. Believe me, we've all spent many of our days, being entertained, so to speak, at one point or another. And
right.
And coming up as a musician, it kind of went almost hand in hand.
Right.
Just kind of, I even played when I was younger. I never thought I would either. I was probably 20. And I ended up playing in a bottle club. Do you know what a bottle club is?
No.
A bottle club is after, when the bars close, there are these bars.
Oh, after hours.
Yeah, they're an after hours.
Bring your own.
Right. And you bring your own stuff, and they charge you for the setups and all that. Well, I played in a pretty decent band back then. That the place was. I never thought I'd be playing from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning, but I was. And and the guy that owned the place also owned 2 or 3 strip bars. So guess what kind of who was coming in after they finished work?
Of course.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, we had a lot of fun. But again, there's some that are just you fall into that pool of and it just sucks you down and eats you up. And there's some that I knew a girl that put herself through getting a degree and starting her own business eventually.
Right.
But you fell into.
I have known girls that were working through school, and then I've known others that that's all they did.
Right.
So it depends.
And
I've partied on the high ends in Beverly Hills with the stars, and I've sold cocaine, the Motley Crue. I mean, I ate ecstasy back in the 80s. I mean,
yeah. You got any?
I've lived. A lot of lessons in life.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So far you survived, and you're here to tell about it, right?
That's right.
Okay. So from 16 to what did you say, 32? You were stripping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, or dancer. Sorry.
Well.
Yeah. All the above. And then what? How did you get out?
I honestly, it was my body that said, "Okay, enough." I got to the point where I drank. My drinks were Crown to start out with,
hardcore,
and Jaeger to finish.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, well, I shot my Crown. Well, it came immediately back up. Well, I have to put my makeup on, and I've got the shakes, because I don't have any alcohol in me. So, all right, I ordered another shot. Well, it came back up. I said, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, I could not drink anymore. Like, my body just said, fuck you, that's enough.
Okay.
We're not doing this anymore.
At 32.
And so at 32. And so I'd be sitting at the bar all sober and realize, well, I can't get into character sober because I never knew how, I started out drinking on Bourbon Street dancing, so it was something I continued.
Kind of loosens you up a little.
The whole 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it puts, you get to hop into a whole different frame of mind and get out there and talk to people.
Totally.
And smile at people you would never normally talk to and smile with,
Right.
And the first 18 years even, I can say, I had a ball. I did. I'm not going to lie. I had fun.
Right.
It was the last two that really, kind of did their damage.
Okay. So where was the last straw? And you said, I got to get out of this. And then what do you do from there? I mean, you don't know anything.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't have an education. So I decided, well, shoot, I'll try like construction and stuff, you know.
You didn't try to find a rich old guy?
Nah. No, I did the sugar daddy thing for a while here and there, but, you get tired of that shit.
Yeah.
You can only feign interest for so long.
Well, for some, you can learn to love somebody. I mean, there's a lot of girls can. I don't know.
I mean, if you can love someone poor, you can love someone rich. But it just wasn't for me. I've always liked to make my own way.
All right, but I've been watching your posts, and your posts go from kind of erratic to kind of like positive to like really kind of, some of them been a little bit like off the wall. That's how you got my attention. So you went and you started construction, this and that. But I mean, obviously somewhere along the line, drugs still got back into your field.
They did. When I had moved to Fairhope, I was so proud. I was clean and I was doing good. And I had told my story to this guy named Matthew Ward. He's in prison now, actually.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Boy, karma's a bitch. Anyway, and I was so proud of myself because I was clean at the moment. And this sleazy scumball comes in, and he grew up with smokers. So he knew how to trigger somebody because he's a drug dealer. So he takes out 3, 4, 5 pieces of crack, and I had a glass table, and he threw it on the table. And as soon as it hit the table, it made that old familiar tink sound, and it triggered something. And he kept giving it to me for free. Now, starting out the gate, I knew what he was up to.
You want to get laid.
But no, it wasn't that too.
Well, come on.
But get the car, get the money, get the sex.
Yeah, all of the above.
Get it all. And I knew what he was up to, but my disease said, it's free. You can control it. You'll stop before you get carried away. And it was cool for the first couple of months. But the moment I said, hey, let me get, the whole game switched up like I knew it would. And then there I was caught, stuck, re-addicted.
Now what?
And,
now what?
So
now you're going to see him more, right?
Oh yeah, and now I'm renting out the car and this and that, to him, and it got really pretty bad, and I got skinny again and lost interest in work, and now I'm hustling, you know, this and that. And
this and that.
Yeah, you know the game.
I do, but not really.
Well, sometimes you do give up the na-na. Other times you just let people think that they can get the na-na.
Yeah,
you know.
I know. It's like
that game.
You need it, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get it.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. And I would just remember getting to the point where I just, I hit my knees and I prayed. I just didn't want to do it no more. I had lived most of my life chasing a little white rock around, living for me and my good time, and my family suffering in my wake, really. So, I asked God for help.
Really?
Well, it came with an eviction pretty much, because God knew where I was staying. I wasn't going to get clean, because I was kind of the place to go if you wanted a place to smoke. So, of course, they're going to bring free shit to my door.
Oh.
So now I got free crap coming day and night.
Day and night.
Just coming, just for a spot, on my couch.
Just
and
to
I ain't
hang
got
out.
to do nothing.
Yeah, just to hang out.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep, I was quote-unquote the house. So the house gets paid, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that was a nightmare. I mean, it really was. It was awful.
Wow.
So with moving away again, and I had talked to an old dealer of mine, and she told me, because I told her I had prayed before in the past and yada yada, and it didn't really work. She said, "Well, did you ever ask God to take the taste out of your mouth?" I said, "No." She said, "Try it." And I did.
What do you mean?
Yes, to take the taste for alcohol or drugs or whatever your addiction is.
Yeah.
Take the taste out your mouth.
How do you do that?
And I thought, well, that's interesting. So I prayed the prayer, and the first 2 weeks, it was daunting, and I wanted to use, but I would tell myself, just for today, I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. It never comes. Yesterday is over. Just for today, I'm not going to use. So the first 2 weeks passed, and it was rough, and then I woke up at the end of that 2 weeks, and I didn't want it. And not only did I not want it, I started to develop a real hatred for it.
Whoa. What about all the people?
What
about all the people coming around? They don't just stop coming around. They find you.
I had to, that's where the eviction came in, you see, as I had mentioned.
Yeah.
So I get evicted, and I move out of that county and across the water. And long story short, next month it'll be a year clean, and I haven't even been tempted.
So from your mid-30s, your mid to early 30s, you've been cracking out.
Oh yeah, longer than that, since I was 17.
You're lucky to be alive.
I know. Tell me about it.
I mean, how much of a
I've
toll?
died 3 times.
How much of a toll has it taken on you physically, mentally?
Well,
like when you look at yourself in the mirror,
the old
how do you
adage,
feel?
Now,
yeah.
I feel great. I feel great. I do. I'm here, and I'm standing, and I'm pretty strong. Now, there was a time I was completely broken, absolutely a mess.
Wow.
But the further you get away from it and the closer you get to your higher power, whatever that might be, the stronger you get.
I mean, it's odd that I didn't know. Again, when I called, I was calling blind. I don't want to know things when I talk to somebody because I want to hear it fresh.
Right.
And so I didn't know we were going to be going into the, because I got a couple of people. I get a lot of calls from the South. I got a lot of ties. I grew up in Pensacola, Florida, and so there's.
I used to work at Sammy's there.
Shocking. Okay, so I have a handful of dancers that watch this. Retired, everybody's retired now from the whole deal. But what year did you dance at Sammy's?
Oh gosh, let's see.
90s, 80s.
I started there when I was 19, so that would be early 90s. I started.
Did you live in? You drove from Mobile to there?
No, I was living in Pensacola at that time.
Right.
That was when I was very young. In fact, I'm on the very first Sammy's poster ever made.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
Sammy's was around way before the 90s.
Yeah, but they didn't have posters always.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, got me there.
Yep.
Either way,
Daddy
yeah,
asked me
old
to
Gregory
down there
Street.
Anyway, but enough.
I played on Gregory Street, right down the street over there. All right. I left in '91, but that was the last place I played before I moved to L.A. 29 years ago. Yeah. Okay, so we both survived, and you're alive. But I've been seeing, like, I'm still seeing, like, did you feel pretty stable? Because I see some erratic posts, you know what I mean? Going from, like, kind of normal, I'm happy to be this or that, to, like, I don't remember exactly, but that's just why I called you, because I watched the hot, cold. So what's going on?
Erotic posts, I'm trying to...
I didn't say erotic, erratic. Erratic.
Oh, erratic.
Yeah, not erotic.
Gotcha.
Not erotic.
Okay.
You would have caught my attention there too, but it was more about, like, from saying some normal stuff to, like, you know, saying stuff that's like, you know, screw y'all or this and that, something like that.
Well, it's my 27-year-old daughter that, you know,
here we go.
She's into the meth now, and I'm trying so hard to pull her away from that, which I know ultimately I can't do anything. It's got to be within her.
Where's she at?
She's here in Mobile.
She live
In fact, I just saw her earlier this evening, and she's in and out. You know,
crack is a son of a bitch. I mean, I'm very, you know, I don't know. I've just seen people there's people that can do it and walk away, and there's some people that the first hit is the rest of their life.
I was instantly addicted.
There you go.
When I remember when I blew out that first hit, when I finally could speak again, because the shit in Miami is amazing. When I finally could speak again, I remember exactly what I said all these years later. I want more.
Wow. Yeah.
I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. I didn't know it was the devil.
No, it's the devil. There's no doubt about it. Hey,
it is the devil.
John from Burbank is asking for a pic of boobs, please. They want to see. See, this is what happens when we start talking that, you know, ex-dancers and this and that. Everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see, like, you know, where you know, what's going on today. Sorry. They're just, you know, it always spikes people's interests, mostly the guys. But, you know, this is a Southern Fried Sunday tonight because I'm getting another call from the South, because I've had a couple of girls, and one especially from Perdido, Alabama, who's loud and proud, retired, but, you know, she's done. And
right.
Well,
I still have all my teeth. Amazing.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, I have every tooth in my head still, no cavities.
You're a lucky woman.
I was a big stickler about brushing my teeth.
Yeah, but
I saw how many people didn't have any that did that.
Well,
stuff,
it wasn't from not brushing their teeth. It goes up into your sinuses and just rots out from the inside out, and your roots
It
die.
must be the Nordic DNA or something, because, you know, I even look younger than my years.
Wow.
God has been very gracious to me.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
I do,
Ugh.
and I shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a horrible habit. That's my last habit to quit.
Yeah, you really
I
need
made
to.
it to everything, and now I'm ready to drop the cigarettes. I just
You really need to, because, I mean, if you can kick
I know I do,
it's just,
I have lung problems anyway.
It's not even cool. And let me tell you something. I'm getting ready to lose somebody and I'm going to talk about that stuff down the road, but he's dying of COPD, and I've never watched this before.
That's because I have COPD.
Well, let me tell you, when it finally hits you hard, it hits you hard. And
I know. I've watched my aunts go and everything.
All right, well, then that should be enough right there to make you stop, because I'm telling you, I'm having to go to the hospital a lot lately to go visit this person, and I don't see an outcome getting any better, or at least I thought maybe he'd stabilize, but I'm watching him die, and it really brings I can't look at him in the eye without tearing up, because I just hate it. It's just senseless. It's senseless.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't even get high.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I used to make a joke about that. Go, you know what? If you're going to do something, do heroin or something. At least you'll get high. And it was a joke.
Right.
But the thing is, because cigarettes,
right.
I never really understood them. And I smoked, but thank God I never smoked enough to keep on smoking. So.
Well, I was stupid. I wanted to be cool and to be grown. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 13.
Well, everybody did.
I'm all that.
Everybody did, you know. And from
we could buy them in the machines back then.
I know. It was under $1 a pack.
I took my lunch money and bought them.
That's it. They're $8 to $10 a pack, and that's just stupid. It just doesn't work.
Wow.
I know quitting is a bitch. I do understand that. But, you know, I mean, okay, so you got all this now, the drinking, so you stopped the drinking way, way long ago, correct?
Oh yes, yes.
So you didn't drink, even though you were getting high. You didn't drink
Right.
anymore. You just straight up.
Right.
I'm just, say I just specialize in crack, right?
Well, yep, yep. In the 80s, it was
Coke.
more ecstasy than
Oh
anything.
yeah, I
but,
can understand that too.
But
Yeah.
that was when it was legal.
Yeah, but I don't think you get addicted to that, do you?
No, because
just do
you can't really do it more than 2-3 days in a row,
Yeah,
and then
I
it doesn't work anymore.
Also,
So
you're drinking water.
right.
Mm.
Or orange juice.
Did I tell you that tonight's show is brought to you by Bolt Energy?
Nice.
Yeah, Bolt Energy drink. Electrify your senses. Yeah. Just got to tell you that because these guys are the ones that help me be right here with you to be able to talk to you. But
Well, that's what's up.
any crazy stuff? Been in jail?
I have, but I don't have any drug charges.
Okay.
I got a DUI when I was 21.
That's child's play.
Yeah.
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 Oh boy. All right. So okay. So how long ago did you dry out? A year ago? You've been drying out?
In October, it'll be a year from everything.
Okay. And you completely cut yourself from people and communication and
You've got to change people, places, and things.
Okay, and you managed to do that.
I did.
Okay, so you're 50 years old. How are you supporting yourself now?
Well, right now, I was working at a T-shirt factory, but a dear friend of mine whose father is stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So right now I'm over here helping take care of his dad.
Okay.
But I'm fixing to start delivering some pizzas on the side.
Hey, nothing like a good pizza delivery girl. You know what I mean?
Right?
I'll call up and order a sausage pizza.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I never did like having people directly over me telling me what to do.
No, well, that's
like
because
my freedom.
I get it, but now it's hard when you get older. It's not that simple. And life's a bitch, and that's the whole thing why I do this show. It's like we talk about this spin-off of my bigger shows were all about surviving divorce and single parenting. But this is about my Sunday Night Live, and this is what freaked me out about you. I came to you and I personal messaged you, or no, I didn't even. I saw you writing something, and I came on. You know what happened, and I said, hey, you should be on my show. And you came back to me and you said, what show are you on? And I'm going, seriously? You're on my page. I'm not on your page. You're on my page. I mean, I don't know how you got on my page, but you're on my page. And
I don't either.
Okay.
And,
that's good. That makes me feel
I didn't
good.
even know we were friends.
Okay, great. That makes me feel real good. You're just going, no, Peter, I love you.
Well, I do now that I even know about you. Check
oh my
out
God!
a few
Okay,
shows.
all right. I don't get it because to me, I don't beg anybody. It's like people come onto the page and they add it on as friends, and then that's how it goes. And it's like I have no idea. And there's a lot of them too. There's thousands. So the thing is, I can't keep up with everybody. But when I see somebody out there, calling out, like putting out feeds, and you happen to cross my feed, I start watching. Just like my other Southern Fried Sunday girl from Perdido, Melanie from Perdido, Alabama, she was erratic. I mean, she was like, screw you guys on one post, and then I love y'all on the next post. I'm going, all right, she's perfect. I want her on my show.
A hot mess, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Hey from Pensacola. Pensacola's saying hey to you. There you
Hello.
go. Yeah, I got a lot of Pensacola people. I mean, they're God bless them, and all over the place. But the thing is, we're pretty strong down there. And I was there for the summer, so I was doing our shows from down there, which you're unaware of because you didn't even know who the hell I was. But now, we'll get it next time.
So called out.
That's okay. It just kind of baffled me because I'm going, how the hell are you on my page if you don't know who the hell I am? Which doesn't surprise me, but I've had a few people like that. But I'm going, I don't know because I don't go to you. Most people come to me. It's not that anything. It's just that word gets around. Like some people like sharing. Like most people, you can watch this show. Okay, this show you can watch it anytime you want once it's over. And even right now, if you had the show going on, you can hit the share button and start a watch party. So when you start the watch party, you're sharing with all your friends. So all your friends are seeing everything that you're on this show. So you can share this show with your friends. And that's what happens. It's like they start seeing it. And a couple of people, let's say you have 300 people on your page. If 2 people happen to watch it and like it, they'll hang on and they'll all of a sudden become a friend of the show. And that's how we're doing it. I mean, it's a little bit unorthodox. It's a little bit asinine. But I like Facebook because Facebook, everybody tells their shit on Facebook.
Ain't that the truth?
It's the truth, and that's what I dig about it. And here's the even better thing. It's like right now you're just Karen from Mobile, but when you're on Facebook spilling your guts, everybody who knows you knows it's you telling, whatever the hell you want to talk about. So you're kind of anonymous. Actually, if you were to log on to my show page, I could have brought you on camera like a kind of almost like a FaceTime thing, and I could have seen you, and you're more than welcome in the future if you want to do something like that. But right now, I said let's make a phone call. Most people are shy. I have a lot of lurkers on this show. Many people watch, but they're too shy. They don't have the guts enough to come out and say, "Hey, this is what happened in my life. You know what? I'm not ashamed of it. Nor am I proud of it. But I this is life, and we all share stories. Because I promise you, you're not the only crackhead who survived who's got a story to tell.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not. But you know what's sad? Most people never get out of it.
That is true. There's, and I'll tell you what. Even dancing, I got a buddy of mine. We used to go out and we'd hit from one club to another out here in L.A. and back in the day and he always had this motto. It's like he's never seen a dancer come out alive. And I have, but not many do. There's always...
Yeah, it's a rough life.
You're in there for a reason.
Yeah.
You started out with a rough life.
I did. But you know what? I don't think I would change most of it.
Okay.
I've learned a lot, you know? I really have, and it's made me who I am today. And I think that maybe, I was thinking about, counseling folks, like going to the Home of Grace, for instance, and just talking to people.
I get it. Well,
maybe my story could help somebody. Who knows?
Well,
you never know.
Well, here's my point. You're doing that right now. You get it?
Right.
I mean, we're not finding crack addicts or drug addicts and this and that, but believe it or not, there's probably other people that are on Facebook that are like these closet case kind of people. Or or have friends, and you're telling your story, and that's the whole thing. I wanted somebody to I wanted you to tell your story. I just wanted you to say, because I didn't know if you survived. I mean, it sounded like you were surviving. I thought maybe you were an alcoholic. I had no idea. It's all the same. I mean, whatever takes you down, takes you down. But I don't,
be it legal or illegal.
Yeah,
right?
It doesn't matter. It's like, it's in fact, I don't know. To me, an alcoholic's a hell of a lot harder to deal with than probably a crackhead. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, shit gets crazy.
They're equally difficult.
Yeah, everything gets crazy
ways.
from meth to crack to to friggin' opioids to you name it. But I mean, the thing is, having the courage to come on is a really good thing, and again, that takes a lot of guts, and I appreciate you having the guts to, because you may not be going to an AA meeting, talking to specific people, but you have no idea who you just might be touching with this show. Because this show will go on and on and on forever. It's going to be living in the internet, and this show's on demand, and I'm going to, put a title that kind of emphasizes on what we're talking about, and you just never know who gets the curiousness to press that button and go, I want to see what she's about.
That's awesome. I just want people to know that there is life after getting high, and it's better.
It's hard to see.
I never thought I would say it. I never thought I would mean it. Sometimes I might be bullshitting someone and say stuff like that, but truly being clean, it's the best feeling ever.
Right.
It's amazing.
Right. Well,
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I mean, I know, but it's a tough one, when you think, because when you're high, you think that's the place.
Well, and it was for many years. I spent a lot of money trying to stay that way.
Yeah. Well, I think through the help of your whatever you found to let you talk about it, that's a a pretty tough thing because most people will not talk about it. They want to keep it all pent up inside and keep it private, and it's this secret, closet that they'll just keep on living in, and therefore they can't help themselves because they won't admit it. And
well, I think the last stage of recovery is sharing your story.
Yeah, well, I'm on this permanent recovery of life because anytime, even when you're sober, I'm fairly normal, amen or whatever. But I get up every week. There's something kicking me in the head. This life is just full of stuff and hurdles. It's as if life isn't hard enough. So that's what I'm saying. Add some drugs to it or alcohol, and you really got a lot of shit to accomplish. Because even when you're just normal, I mean, nothing is just handed to you unless you hit the lottery or you're have an inheritance or something. And even then, you'll find a way to fuck it up too.
Oh, especially if you're using.
Yeah.
You can't have anything.
No, you can't. And
you'll pawn everything and even sell your soul.
And you have all your friends around because they're all sharing the same addiction, and so everybody's just like egging you on. It's like at a girl. That's a problem.
Yeah, but you know what? You'll find your real friends, your true friends, when you get sober. You know who your real friends are.
Yeah, and did you have friends when you got sober?
I kept two.
Two. Better than none.
Two.
That's it only takes one.
I kept two, and I helped.
Sorry.
The second one get sober, actually. So they're going on 3 months now off of meth. So
yeah. Oh man, I just dropped something big time. Butterfingers over here. Sorry. Apologize to my guys.
That's all good.
Yeah, no, it just hit the mic stand. It's like bang. Well, look, it takes, even for no matter whatever the reasons, when I was going through divorce, I had a handful of close friends that let me cry, or so to speak, or let me talk. And you need that.
Right.
You need that. Some people have nobody. And again, this is the big purpose of my show. There's people that have nobody to talk to. So if you can listen to this stuff, there's a lot of people that say, well, I get it. That's me. That's me. It's not just... you're not alone. So that's my purpose. And that's why you're here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad you're doing this show.
I'm doing all right.
I'm sure that you reach quite a few people and touch a few lives.
Yeah, I reach a couple. It's some of my closest friends. It's just right here. I mean, I try to, people who are shy, I said, don't worry, nobody's listening. It's just our closest friends. But here's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, we have just blown through. We've been talking for quite a while. It just blew by. You know what the sad part is? I have a phone number, the phone number that you're calling me on, and people are able to call in if they want to ask questions, and I completely forgot to open up the lines and say if anybody wants to, call in and talk to you or this and that. But we just kind of got into this story, and that's okay, because my shows vary. I never know. This is the beauty of it. I don't know what's going to happen from week to week. I try to plan, but all I want to do is share and bring somebody who has something to bring to the table. So Karen from Mobile, Alabama, dancer or entertainer or whatever we want to call it, what do you want to call it, and who unfortunately got tied up into crack for many years but managed to find her way out of it, and now you're sober and straight, and that's a good thing.
And loving life.
Loving life. So here's, again, I'm going to have to let you go in a minute here, but as my friends, because I get people that are writing. That's the beauty of like this show, whatever page they're on, because I have like 3 or 4 different Facebook pages. And they text while we're talking, and some people are just saying, hey. Some people are like adding things. I can't keep up with all of them, but I did happen to catch the one from John in Burbank, a.k.a. Groucho, and he says, like I said, so if you get the moment and you want to prove yourself, he says, just a picture of your boobs so he'll know that you were actually a dancer. So you can send it to me and I'll post it. You don't have to use your head or nothing like that, but I'll post it. And
okay.
And yeah, but if you want to include your face too, that'd be nice too. I mean, what do you got to lose? But
okay.
Yeah, you have access to me. You know that, right?
Right.
Yeah. So okay, listen, I appreciate your time deeply. I hope it was worth it to you as much as it was worth to me, and I don't want you to go fade away. I want you to keep up and stay up, and I know we'll touch base and we'll figure something out. But I wish you the best, and
I wish you all the best too, and maybe we can do a part 2 with video. You never know.
Well, we can do a part 2. In time we can. I have to let you know. In a few months, I always like looking back and seeing who's doing what. But yeah, all right. I've never really been using, because people have been kind of shy. But I'm about to start with this whole. What you would do is, instead of talking to me on the phone, you would log on to the page, and so long as you have like your phone with a camera or a laptop or something like that, it's just like FaceTiming. So you'll be up in the corner of my show page, and I'll be seeing you, and I'm pretty sure the whole crowd, will be seeing you, and then you'll just be talking through it, whether you're using a microphone or just the speaker in the on the phone. But if you're going to use a phone, I always suggest that you put some earbuds in and use the microphone, because it sounds better. But we'll get there. But again, I appreciate your bravery. Not everybody's got the balls enough to call up and say, "Hey, I was, a crackhead for, years and years, but I'm good now." And you're lucky to be able to be telling me that.
Well, there is life after addiction.
That's right. So, like I said, you can show everybody what life after addiction looks like if you want to post your pictures.
All right.
All right, baby.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, you stay out of trouble, and we will be in touch again. And thank you again. All right. I love you.
All right, darling. You have yourself a good night.
All right. Good night. I'll see you later. Bye. Wow. There you have it, folks. Karen from Mobile, Alabama, decided to call in and give me the time to tell her story. And that was I didn't know what I was going to get, to tell you the truth. I honestly did not know what she was going to tell me, because I knew little about her. I knew that there was something she had to tell. Oops, excuse me. And I knew that there was something she was going to tell me about. I thought it was alcohol related. I really did, because a lot of people get crazy with alcohol. I don't know why, but they just do. But so she was on crack for many, many years. Crack is I don't even like the word crack. Right now, I'm already a minute over the show right now, but I don't care, because I'm going to wrap it up in a minute anyway. I apologize to my people on my official Peter G. Show page that the show is not on live. This is the second week in a row, and I thought there was just a magoo last week. I thought it was a goof. I thought we did something wrong, but apparently I have a problem. So I got to go through this and contact the software provider and say, what the hell is going on here? But so I'm losing a ton of people on that page, and I'll have to post it afterwards, so it won't be live. But the people that get used to tuning in every week, that sucks, because they're tuning in now. They're going like, what's going on with him? But it is what it is. Karen from Mobile, Alabama, Southern Fried Sunday. She didn't sound too Southern. It kind of came out, but she's from the South, and from New Orleans to Miami to Mobile, Alabama. I give her credit for having the guts enough to talk about her problem. Not a lot of people will do that. But this is what makes this show, Life with Peter G., live. 818-259-7983. I will give it 3 more minutes, and if anybody calls, great. If nobody calls, we're going home, because we did take up a lot of time talking about her, because she had a story. That's a lot of people don't survive that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a dancer. Everybody loves a dancer, but there's a lot of craziness that goes on in that whole deal, and most don't survive it. But apparently Karen from Mobile did. 50 years old. She says she's doing better, feeling better than ever. So God bless her. And that's it. Next week, let's talk about next week. Next week I have another woman from the South, Dallas, Texas. Love my Texas women. Why is it always the women lately? But she's not really from the South. She's a Brazilian beauty. She's from Brazil, but she lives in Dallas, Texas. Next week I'm going to have Anna Paula on. I don't know exactly where we're going to go with her. She's got a lot of stuff to touch on, but again, I leave it blank. I just rather take it fresh and ask the questions, and then whatever happens, okay? But my Brazilian beauty, Anna Paula from Dallas, Texas, she'll be on next Sunday night, and we're going to hear what she's got to say. and I'll start picking her brain. But in the meantime, I thank everybody for coming on to Life of Peter G every Sunday night. Remember, you can watch this stuff anytime you want, but when you're watching it, hit the share button, hit the start a watch party, and then hit the start the watch party share button again, and share it with your friends. Do me a favor and do this, because that's the only way that I'm making this happen, and it is happening. That's the beauty of it. I'm very, very blessed. There's a lot of things going on. Oh, there you are. Now you come on. But next week we'll be doing this one more time, again and again and again. I'm not going anywhere unless we're going up further. So from me, one more time, don't forget, I could not be doing this show if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. Ask for it in stores. I still got some left. I've been so busy with Karen that I forgot to take a few sips. Delicioso. Cleaner energy drink. Don't drink the crap that you can't stand drinking, but you drink it anyway and you pay that money for it. Drink something that's nice tasting and not nearly as crappy going down. All right? I love Bolt Energy. And if you can't find it in your stores, go to www.drinkboltenergy and find out where you can find it, because they're growing. It's a newer drink. It's not easy being an energy drink. There's a million energy drinks out there, and trying to get shelf space and all that, and having a lot of them go down and fail, but not these guys. These guys have the get up and go, just like this show. I get up and I keep going. All right? Love you guys more than anything. I really do. I can't say it enough. I am driven by you guys. So don't let me down. Let me know you're here. Always, you're free to text and say what you want to say, but that phone number, 818-259-7983, this is starting to get to be like a one-on-one interview show. I have that phone number for you guys. You guys can call in and say, hey, Peter, just want to call in and say, hey, Peter, you suck. Hey, Peter, love your show. Hey, Peter, whatever. But we're going to have to take it next week, okay? An hour goes by kind of quick sometimes, and especially when you got somebody like Karen that was on the phone. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Let's do it next Sunday night. Meanwhile, during the week, pay attention. You get to see the reruns and share it with your friends. Love you. See you later.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.